Hello and welcome to this tutorial everyone. I'm going to show you now in this tutorial how to create an application basically for uh, pizza order. So we'll be ordering pizza, we'll be selecting from a few different choices available. We'll be selecting our order, and then the system, which is the Android activity, will be showing us the total amount which is to be paid, and that's all. So this is being developed in Android Studio, and this will be this will be targeted for only Android devices which are having Jelly Bean or minimum Jelly Bean level. So I'll be creating pizza order. So I go to File, New Application, Pizza Order, and this is my company's domain which has already been picked up automatically. So I can change this from here because the package name will be the opposite. So I would like to see the package name which is matching my company's name. So com.city.ac.ae.pizza order. If you'd like to make it short, just uh, delete.ae. So basically, this is a very it's a name of which is called a package name. It has to be all in small letters. You click next and you select your target. I select yes, 4.2 is okay for me. Phone and tablet. Next, select blank activity. Give name, for example, pizza activity, and this is your layout name, which is your XML file name, and you can change this if you like. I'm just leaving it like that for now. Title, this will be appearing over here in your activity when you deploy it on your phone or emulator. Finish. So when you press finish, it will take a few seconds to generate the project scripts and create the project hierarchy. Give it that time. So when you see the screen, you will see the activity underscore pizza.xml being rendered over here. You'll have two tabs over here. So this is a text and this is design. So this is how the layout looks like. Layout or activity is the same, one and the same thing. And actually your activity is an XML file. It is defined like this, the XML. And when you click on the design, it will be rendered and it will be displayed like this in the design. So remember this, the way your information is shown over here is displayed in something called layout. So by default, the relative layout is being used. So there are a couple of more layouts that we are actually going to see and discover what they are and how things work in that. But let's for now don't change this. We are basically looking at creating an interface for pizza, ordering pizza, and we should be having some labels and some text boxes over here. So what I'm going to do over here, I'm going to create a screen, uh, create some widgets over here on this screen, on this activity, which will have, uh, let's say, pizza, small pizza and its quantity in the text box. It should be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, how much, and then large pizza or medium pizza and its quantity in front of it, and then after I enter those quantities, small, medium and large, and then I will have a salad, and in front of salad also the 0, 1, 2, 3. So based on these input being given by the user has entered one small, one medium, and one large, and one uh, salad. I'm going to multiply those amounts that the user has entered over here with the prices of these items. So who knows the price of these items? The system would know. So I can write in the brackets also in labels what are the prices, and I multiply those prices with the quantity the user has entered and display the result. So it's something very simple. So that's all. So this is one way. Okay, another way to do the same thing is by using checkboxes. So in checkboxes, you would say checkboxes or radio buttons. You would say I need a small or a medium or a larger pizza, and then there is a text box. And in that text box, you enter the quantity. How many of these do you need? Or you can have based on checkboxes also. So for now, we'll keep it very simple. We'll reach radio buttons and checkboxes later on. First of all, we'll do what we'll. Let's see, either we gonna use this or get rid of this. So it's a text view, and it says hello world. We don't need hello world, so we are going to get rid of this. So it's a blank screen right now. What I need is a uh, text, small text or medium text. I'll place it over here and I'll say it's called text view as its ID. So I can double click and say I need to change its ID to uh, small small pizza, and text is nothing basically. It's nothing right now, and now I will change this to small pizza. Yeah, sorry, it should not be nothing. It should be small pizza and then medium and then large pizza. Okay, and then I create this over here. Let's have one more small text and I'll give it an ID medium label and medium pizza. So one more which is large label, and then you can have large pizza, and then the last one should be so make sure when you see this plus sign now is when you can move it. So this is salad box. Give it an ID which is the name of the reference you will be using, salad label. So when I use label I mean it's just a label, it's not text box, it's not ready button, etc. And now I need to pick up text boxes and place in front of these. So I'll be picking up text boxes, and notice I need number, so I'll just pick up text box number, place it in front of small pizza, and then give it this ID is small txt, and text is nothing right now. And then I'll do it again for medium pizza. Okay. So now I need to do something. So I'll drag and move it a little bit up. So I'll click over these and I'll just drag them away from each other so they're not like overlapped now. So wait for this sign like this. Just move your mouse until you see this sign. Now is when you can drag and move it away. And repeat this for the other labels also. And then we also have to do this with the text boxes. So I just placed it apart from each other. So I'm going to place number text boxes near the labels. Okay, and again a number in front of the label, and one more number in front of salad box label. So I've got now labels and the text box ready where the user can key in the quantities. I just want to align them a little. So I've got 4 labels and 4 text boxes. Now I need a button where the user can press so that I can go ahead and do the calculation. This is the button, and I'll say this is a place order btn, and then lastly the total. So that's what I need to do, the small text over here, and I'll call it total and total table but I don't want to display my total here. I want to display the total in another label, and it will be placed over here, and I'll call it our empty text and result table. Okay, so I've basically done with my screen, and now I need to do the connection with the Java. So let's go to the Java file, and let's get rid of these two methods, on create options, on option select items. So these two methods starting here and ending here are not required because I'm not using them now. I'm using on create method now only. Press enter over here and divide your code into mainly 5 sections. Say create reference with the screen widget components. So these are the 5 main items I need to do. All of these things will be inside the listener. This reference will be created for the only components which we are using, which we need to read. The other like labels, they are necessary. We won't create the references for them. And then the button listener we will create, and these things will be done inside the listener. So when the button is clicked, what should happen? So how we will do this? First of all, I need to know the reference of small, medium, and large pizza, so I can read from them how many was the quantity ordered. And then let's just assume I have a rate list over here. Rates are small is 20 dirhams, medium is 30 dirhams, and large is 45 dirhams. So, and then the salad box is 20 dirhams. Okay, so whatever amounts quantity I will be receiving, I will multiply them by these numbers, so I'll get the total and I can see them in the result. So I'll create the reference first. What reference? To the text boxes. So I'll say the text boxes is edit text. When you write this, it will ask you if you mean edit text in Android.widget. Yes, I need edit text. Or you can press Alt Enter if it does not recognize this. So edit text, find view by ID, r dot id dot, and it should be small text box. Okay, so I get the reference of the text box, and I need to now assign this in a variable where I can hold this information. So I'll say edit text. Yes, edit text is small text box is equal to this, and then you can just copy and paste this 3 times and just make the changes. This is medium text box and this is large text box. I need to change the IDs here. Medium text box, so there should be a medium text box, there should be a large text box. If there isn't any, then we probably did not give the name correctly, I'm not sure. So let's say what's the name. So it's the same name, so it has to be medium txt. What was this? Small txt. This should be medium txt. And no, don't. Okay, so here is where Android Studio hangs. So let me I just cancelled it. Save it first. Make sure you save all of your work, and now you try changing this. So ID medium txt. Yes. Okay. Now, so the key was to save it first, and then large is large txt. So I did not again save. So whatever changes you make before making these changes, save, and then large is large txt. Yes. So what this dialog box says, you want me to change all the references? You say yes, please change the references. Save again. Change the salad box reference to salad txt. Yes, please update the references. Save. Okay, so now we have these text boxes with correct names. I'll go back to this code, medium txt. So medium text box reference I've got now. Again, large text box. So I've only got the reference, I've not read the values. Here is where I need to read the values. So now let's create the same thing for the salad box. Salad txt salad. So we've got the references of salad boxes and all the pizzas. Now I need to get the reference for the button. So I'll say button Android.widget.button. Yes. Order button is equal to, cast it into a button please, and then find view, the same thing by id, r.id dot order button. Yeah, order button, this is the name I gave it. And lastly the result, so it is text view space. You see, when it asks me that the text view you're talking about, is it text view, I said yes. It imported it automatically over here. Text view, edit text button, etc. So this happens automatically. If it doesn't, then Alt Enter is what you need to press, which is the suggestion Android Studio is giving you, and you're accepting it. So text view result view is text view find view by id r.id dot result label. Yes, I've got the references now. Create button listener. So I'll say order button dot set on click listener, and now you say new on click listener. So it's giving me this suggestion that I need to be having a on click listener here. So new view dot on click listener. Yes, press enter if it gives you this suggestion. Okay, it has created a new over here, so I need to do this again. New control space, and if you getting this suggestion, you should be clicking this view dot on click listener is what I need, and it has created these lines automatically. And here is where I need to do these three things: display result, read values, do calculation, and display result. So I'll do these three things here. Make sure you don't delete some brackets unnecessarily. How do I delete the read these values? I'll say int small pizzas. How many small pizzas is equal to small txt dot get text get text dot to string dot, if you do trim it's better always, and then you convert all of this into integer, from string to integer dot parse int. This is the way to convert a string into integer, and place a semicolon in the end. That's variable small text is accessed from the inner class. So this means all of these things which are accessed inside the onClick method should be final. So let's just add final here. Final. It means they will not be changed. Yes, I promise I will not change them. I'm just reading from them. Okay, so the references basically, even though the value on the result label you're going to change the result view, but it does not mean that change. It means I'm not going to change the references of these. So yes, I will not change them. In small pizzas, let's just copy and paste this for the medium and large pizzas also. Give different names. Medium pizzas, how many large pizzas, and how many salad boxes. Medium txt, large txt, which is these values I've created, these variables, and then salad txt. So now I can read all these values. I need one pizza which is small, one medium pizza, one large pizza, one salad box. These I quantities can be multiplied by these values and display. So let's do the calculation. How much is the sum? First sum, there's nothing, int sum is 0. Now you say um, sum is equal to small pizzas into how much? 20 dirhams. So mark this as a bracket plus medium pizzas into how much is the medium pizza? 30 dirhams. 30 dirhams. And then again large pizzas into 45 dirhams plus, I'll say salad boxes into how much is it? 20 dirhams. So I've got the total now, and the last thing I need to do is to display this on the result labels, which is this result view. So I'll say result view dot set text, and I'll say sum. That's all. When you do this, this sum will be displayed as the result text. So this is going to be your whole very simple application. There is no error handling inside this. There is no spinner control. There is no checkboxes, ready boxes. But this is a very simple application which we have created, which apparently takes the orders for the pizzas. So we're gonna enhance this later on when we are able to learn more with Android. But this is the most basic application. It will work using the emulator. Thank you very much for watching.